One thing that I hate, and I'm sure many of you share the same sentiments, it's being cold. Some people seem to get colder than others, and I'm one of them. The best way to deal with cold is to be prepared and dress for it, but even then, sometimes it's not enough. On this review, this is going to be a hot review. We're reviewing something that most people will appreciate, even if you don't live in a cold climate. These are motion heat heated gloves, and this is a motion heat heated vest. Let's start with the gloves first. First of all, even though they're called gloves, they actually are glove liners. Sure, you can just wear them alone, but they're thin and would probably tear and wear very easily and quickly if used as primary gloves. So you can put them inside any other gloves, like these are the ones I use. One of the biggest advantages of having a heated liner is that you can use them with multiple pair of gloves. For example, you might use them inside your winter gloves for skiing or snowboarding, inside your lighter gloves for walking the dog or going to a soccer game, or inside your fingerless gloves like I have here, perfect for camera work. Just cover it up, just like that, and you can turn them on. I've been researching quite a few brands of gloves, and most operate and look very similar to these ones. The difference of the motion heat gloves is that they're powered by a 12-volt lithium battery in each glove, where a lot of competitors are around 7 volts. What does that mean? It means higher temperatures, longer run times, and a more compact system. These are the batteries here. They're made by Samsung, which are more expensive, but they do provide a better overall performance compared to kind of the off brands. The batteries go into a little pocket here under your wrist, and then you zip it up. The heat is distributed through the fingertips and on the back of your hand as well. There are 3 settings. There's low, medium, and high, with a high reaching 50 degrees Celsius or 122 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the highest on the market. As for runtime, at the highest, you'll get 1.6 hours out of one battery. Medium, you get 2.7 hours, and low, you'll get 5.5 hours. One thing that I've noticed though, I'm not a big fan of the battery placement, which is below your wrist. I think if it was on top, it would be a little bit better, a little bit less cumbersome. But there is a way around it. The gloves do come with a battery extension, so you have an extension cable that you can run down your jacket sleeve, and then you can put the batteries in your pockets. Problem solved. Next is the heated vest. Once again, this is like the principle behind the glove inserts. Sure, you can buy a heated jacket for work, but that's all you can use it for. With a heated vest, you can use it for work, play, under any of your outerwear, making it really practical. The design also allows this to be a one-size-fits-all. If you have a little or a big belly, large wide chest, pretty well all body shapes will fit this vest. It's got these Velcro straps on all the sides. Like the gloves, heat comes from the carbon fiber wires. These ones are located in the chest and on the back. Another unique feature of this is the only heated vest on the market that uses multiple batteries at once, allowing for extended run times, which could be really handy for people using this for outdoor work, maybe cool indoor work like cold storage warehouses. Another huge advantage using the vest is that you can also use it to power other pieces like the gloves and soon to come heated foot insoles. You see there's the light here. You can use up to 4 batteries at once. There are spigots throughout the vest for powering other accessories. This top one is for a future wireless cell phone charger where you'll just stick your phone right in the pocket and it's gonna charge. Also, if you hook your charger to this one spigot, it charges all the batteries at once that are connected to the vest. Outside today, it's a balmy 7 degrees Celsius or 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Sure, it doesn't sound that cold, but it's a pretty wet cold and it goes right through you. But in order to test out the system thoroughly, I think we need to go somewhere colder. All right, so this is a lot more like it. It's a lot colder here. We've flown over to Montreal. We're 2 hours outside of Montreal filming some Porsche Camp for Canada, driving 911s in the snow. It's minus 14 degrees out right now. What I really like are these fingertips. You can still use your phone. So at minus 14, what are we wearing? Well, I have a t-shirt, just a thermal shirt, and then, of course, the heated vest. It's on high right now, and it's actually almost too warm. And of course, I've got the gloves connected into the vest. So I got the gloves on high. I've been out here for an hour. We're gonna be out here for 6 total hours. So far, so good. Been toasty warm. I've actually had to turn them down a couple times or turn them right off, especially when I head into a car to a different location. But yeah, we'll see what happens in another 5 hours. All right, we're losing light here. As you can see, we've been out here all day. We started at 9 a.m. It is 3:30 right now, so 6.5 hours outside. The gloves, the vests are still going strong. We are running 4 batteries. So under 4 batteries, under medium heat, you can go for basically 8 hours. Now, a couple things to consider though. It's way easier to keep yourself warm if you're already warm. And I really recommend that, you know. Yeah, sure, if you're freezing cold and you put these on, it's gonna warm you up, but it takes a lot more power to warm up a cold person than to keep an already warm person warm. So that's one thing you gotta consider. You still have to dress properly, but I can't imagine being out here for this long anymore without this vest and these gloves. Seriously, it is a game changer. These items apply to so many different uses and professions. I'm out here filming right now, and the one thing when you're filming, you're not moving a lot, so you're not using a lot of energy or generating any warmth. You're actually losing warmth, and that's where you're really gonna use it. Now, one thing that I said that's coming are the heated insoles. I have the disposable heated insoles on right now, and I can tell you, the gloves, the vest have outperformed and outlasted these insoles because my toes are starting to get cold. So let's see those insoles come really soon. There is no doubt this system works very well to keep everything warm. After about a month's use, I have a few tips for you if you're gonna invest in this type of system. First of all, if you're using either the extension cable for the gloves or you're using the cable to power right from your vest, make sure you have a little extra slack when you're pulling it or putting it through your sleeve, because what can happen if you're doing some strenuous things or you're stretching up higher or something like that, it can actually pull off, and next thing you know, you're figuring, well, why is one hand colder than the other? That's how you know it works, first of all, and you'll see that it got unplugged. So be aware of that, and maybe in the future, maybe they can make more of a positive type of a lock system on there for real active people. But anyways, if it happens, you just plug it back in, press the button for 2 seconds, and then set your desired temperature. I'm gonna basically turn it off because it's getting a little bit warm in here. Another thing, make sure you use an actual glove over it. It makes a world of difference. It's night and day. And lastly, if you're gonna travel with this or you're transporting your vest or your gloves, unplug the battery. Because what's gonna happen, or what can happen, is you're gonna take it off and you're gonna roll it up, or if that button gets pressed or gets pressed against something, it's gonna turn on. And I'm not saying that there's a safety issue, but it's gonna run when you don't want it to run. And the last thing you want is you're gonna go use it and the batteries are gonna be dead. There are so many applications for this system, not just for work. I've used it riding a bike. You can use it for snowmobiling. I've heard people using it for horseback riding. Maybe skiing. Think of this, you can turn it off while going downhill, you're all warm, but turn it back on when you're riding up that cold lift and the wind's blowing. This is a real modular design system, and I'm not saying other systems don't work well, but with the heated liners and a vest, you can just use it with everything that you have. So you can just buy the one pair and it just works for everything instead of a dedicated heated jacket or a heated glove. If you're serious about being warm or just plain hate being cold all the time, you really should check out this new heating technology. Hope you enjoyed this review. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more everyday reviews, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.